Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Members Only.
And this is your boy Breaking News.
And this is So Soft With It Podcast.
So glad that I'm old fashioned now. Deep everything people doing.
What's up, YouTube, man? And we are back on the So Soft With It Podcast, episode number 12, man. How we doing? If you can hear the sound of my voice, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Soft With It ENT. And if you want to catch us each and every week, be sure to hit that bell so you get notification each time we go up.
For sure. Also, make sure you like and follow our page on Facebook. That's that's Soft With It Entertainment and Productions. And also make sure you follow our page on Instagram. That's at Soft With It.
Man. How we doing tonight? Y'all doing all right?
Doing good.
Doing good.
That's
well,
great.
For those who don't know these special guests that we have up here, we have a Miss Kori. How you doing, Miss Kori?
I'm good.
Yeah, and we got Miss Maryum. How you doing, Miss Maryum?
I'm great.
That's great. I did pronounce that name right.
You did. You got it.
Good.
Let's make sure we have those levels up tonight.
Yes, sir. So, back here on another episode of the So Soft With It Podcast. I appreciate all of you guys here for tuning in. We're going to have a very interesting episode. This is the very first episode that we have with two lovely guests, so this is going to be very exciting. So, we're going to hear a lot of different perspectives, and we're going to be pretty much getting some things across the board here.
Yeah, for sure, man. Different perspectives. That's all that matters.
Yes, sir. So, without further ado, y'all ready to get into it?
Yes.
All right, topic number 1. Coming up after this, let's get it. All right, man, and we are back. Topic number 1, coming up with members only.
What's your take on snitching? What is your take on snitching? And I guess I can start it off, and then we can just work our way around.
All right.
But snitching, I feel like it only applies to people who are actually committing the crime and then choose to bitch out because they're not ready for the repercussions and punishment behind it. So I feel like if you then turn on the people you did the crime with, that's considered snitching. But if it's just, you go out here and you rob somebody and Miss Mary, not mom, I was going to say your name, I'm tripping. But Miss Mary, like you said there, Miss Mary, she outside and she see this crime taking place, she could tell on your ass,
right.
And that wouldn't be snitching.
Yeah.
You feel me? But it used to be a time where they would like hurt people in the neighborhood for speaking on what they saw because they consider that as well as snitching.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, to me, in actuality, it's if you do the crime and then you turn on the people you did the crime with, that's snitching.
Yeah. Sometimes they look at that like ratting.
Yeah, it's the same
But
thing.
yeah, it's the same shit. But I guess some people they'll separate it like you got rats and you got snitches.
Okay, I feel you.
I feel like if it don't have nothing to do with you,
Right.
Mind your
business.
Yeah. What?
now if it's gonna affect somebody, like hurt them or harm them, then
Right.
okay, yeah, you can say. But if it don't have nothing to do with you, mind your business.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm pretty loyal. Like, if it's my friends, like, I'm ride or die. But if it's somebody else, I'm like,
So if somebody,
yeah.
if an innocent woman is somewhere getting robbed, you gonna mind your business?
Oh, I'm gonna call the
Yeah,
police.
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, okay, this lady
Because it's
getting
the old
robbed.
lady.
All right, now check this out. Now you see a fist fight outside. You got two dudes out there. Homeboy getting his ass drugged. Talking about getting drugged. You see it out the window. You ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna let it ride.
Mind my business.
Don't mind your business though.
Yeah.
But the lady getting robbed though, you calling the police.
Yeah,
For sure,
that's
yeah.
different.
But your
That's
homeboy
just
outside
being
getting
a good
drugged. How you know
Samaritan.
homeboy ain't finna die? He beating his ass.
Oh.
I feel you, but it's
I
kind
mean,
of
if
like
it get too bad, I might call the police.
yeah, like if he bleeding out to the point where you murdering this man.
Okay, yeah, that's
We
But
may
I'm
have
not
to-
gonna get in between two dudes.
If it's a
'Cause I'ma feel like
it's
I'm
a fight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
You
a
gonna be
fist
like, oh,
fight.
you
Me.
next.
But a robbery on site, you calling the police.
Yeah.
But yeah, because a robbery, that means it's more detrimental when you got two guys who decided to fight together.
They too
Alright,
grown
alright.
men.
Yeah,
Right.
they decided
Now
to fight
check
together.
this. Now check this.
Yeah.
Let's say somebody get pickpocket. You saw him get pickpocket. You gonna call the police? Ain't gonna let it ride.
I probably won't.
I,
Well, go ahead.
That's robbery now.
I'm gonna call the police because personally, like, that's like touchy to me because I've been robbed before, so like
Yeah.
I know the feeling, so I'm gonna be like, listen, I seen this happen. Do something about it. But other than
I
that,
feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if somebody is being victimized,
Yeah.
that's when it
That's
comes
when
to
you
call
step
the
in.
police.
Yeah.
So that
But
person
it-
getting his
Some stuff
ass
is
whooped
not.
ain't victimized.
It's really not. You just getting your
No,
ass
it's
whooped.
two grown men.
Yeah.
Just like if it was
Yeah.
two,
You gotta
if it
charge
was
that
two
to
women fighting, I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't get into it.
Yeah. Most people gonna keep it moving or they gonna watch, but they ain't gonna try to
I'll
stop.
watch.
I mean, some people may try to stop it. Like if it's like some good people, older people,
Yeah.
y'all stop that. Yeah. You know how they gonna come. But other than that, yeah, most of us young people, we just gonna sit there and watch.
Right.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Now say if homeboy outside getting beat up, let's say if he's screaming help, you still ain't gonna call the police.
I might, cause I mean he might be really getting his
So
ass
now
whooped.
it sounds like it's more serious now. 'cause
Yeah,
he's saying
I'm gonna have to
help.
call somebody.
But I'm like, dang, so homeboy just outside getting beat up. It's like, dang, he just getting his ass.
It just look like he just losing a fight.
But it's like if he out there, help, help, help. He getting beat up. It's like, oh man, let me call them folks, man. He out there getting his ass toe up. I need.
yeah, but I'm gonna do it from inside my house.
Right.
Right. Like somebody outside getting.
Cause I'm
Yeah.
still feel like I'm next.
It's a ruckus
To comfort
outside.
me.
But I guess it's like,
Snitches
I guess
get
I'm
stitches.
getting at because it's like it's still something that could be serious. Like the person could still be outside, kind of he could lose his life in this fight.
Yeah.
Like so it's like, what if he don't get up after bro just walked away after he decided just to sit there and just to let it ride?
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
gonna lie,
a
I'm
little
gonna feel some
different.
type of way. I'm be
Yeah.
like, dang, I should have did something.
Dang.
So it's like,
That's
shouldn't we
fucked
just
up.
kind of look at that going like all the way through it, like regardless of what the situation is? Like they still victimized.
I'll call the police. Yeah.
I feel like if they was probably okay, I guess it depends on the scenario. If I was an older man and it was some young people out in front of my house fighting, I'd probably call the police. You feel me? But if I'm a young dude and I look out the window, I'm like, damn, them niggas out there fighting. Whooping his ass. You know, I'm gonna be enjoying or watching it. But if it's getting like bad to the point where it's looking like bro unconscious and they steady beating on his body, if it start getting real bad,
Yeah.
we probably got to call somebody. Because I'm not finna go out there and be like, hey,
Yeah,
stop
I'm
doing
not
that
getting
shit.
yeah.
shit, period.
Yeah. You want some too? You know what I'm saying? They gonna hit you with that.
For real. But yeah, man, just y'all just thinking about like somebody like just outside, like kind of like just getting drugged. He getting drugged through the mud, like outside. He just getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, I mean, you could just be getting your ass whooped.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it though in general because I wouldn't just jump to just be like, man, let me call the police. I'm finna sit there and watch the entertainment myself. But I guess
But okay, so what if he was deserving of it? 'Cause
See, that's
you
the-
don't
Yeah,
know the
that's you
situation.
don't know the
What
You don't know,
situation?
yeah.
That's why you gotta
Like
watch
he
it
might have
first.
did something to him, and he like, oh, I need to beat his ass.
see, it's like
Could have harmed his sister. or
Yeah.
it's almost
something.
like the fights that you see outside the club. Them be the fights that you ain't worried about.
Yeah.
You ain't studying no, because you already know. Okay,
This-
this happened for a reason. Something inside this club is the reason why they out here
Yeah.
fighting. But if you just randomly in your house and you just automatically just hear outside, oh my God, stop, man! That nigga just stomping him, beating his ass, stomping him out, all that, dragging him up the street down there, ripping his shirt, all that. You like, God damn, he tearing his ass up
That's like
outside.
a Craig and what's his name?
Debo.
Craig and Debo moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I guess it was a group of them out there too. So it was like, it was people watching. But like if it was just him and the other person, like
Yeah.
wanting a third party, just trying to break it up by themselves, but they can't control them. But homeboy just out there by himself, just getting dragged through the mud.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang. All we gotta do is just pick up the phone.
Now, if somebody getting jumped, yeah, I probably call the
Oh,
police.
yeah.
I'll
Gotta
rip.
jump.
If you getting jumped, but you gotta think about it, man. It's man versus man. You don't know how it started. You don't know the situation, so you
Yeah.
can only
Mind your business.
you can only react on what happens in the end.
Yeah.
If they both walk away, you're gonna be like, okay, well, I'm glad I ain't get in it. But if somebody unconscious, you're gonna be like, damn, I could have did something. But regardless, you weren't gonna do nothing because you don't know what's up.
Yeah.
You still trying to investigate,
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But y'all got anything on snitching?
Snitches get stitches.
Y'all funny as hell. Well, we know the whole point. Mind my business.
Hey, mind your business. Hey. And there you have it, man. How do y'all guys feel about snitching? Leave all them comments in the comment section down below. Up next, we're going to be jumping into topic number 2. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, man. And we are back with topic number 2 coming up with Miss Maryum.
Number 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so parenting in 2022. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. Before we get started on here, do anybody have kids?
I don't.
I'm the only one in the room with a child tonight. It's going to be interesting. All right. So, being I'm the one with the parent, I guess I'll start things off. So, parenting in 2022 is definitely something different. It's definitely not back in the day. I can tell you that right now. Me being a parent of 2022, I can definitely say that speaking for, I guess, my generation of parents, I guess speaking for myself, I have became more lenient than the parents that we had when we was growing up. When our generation, they were more strict. They didn't let a lot of things slide, stuff like that. I got to a point to where it was like, okay, when I was growing up, I felt like I couldn't really express myself. I couldn't really tell my mom and my dad how I felt when a certain situation went wrong, when I really wasn't in the wrong or something like that. So we didn't kind of allowed our kids to kind of express themselves and kind of explain themselves sometimes or whatnot. And little do we know that leads to them to talk back more, to basically not listen to you sometimes. They want to get their word across. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bump what you said because I got something to say too.
Right.
So we got to kind of put our foot down when it's kind of a little bit too late. So us tending to be more lenient to the kids these days is it's backfiring on us. And I'm able to see that through this one child that I have. So it's like, okay, I don't even have 2-3 kids like how a lot of other parents around here have. And it seemed like they be getting drugged through the mud by these kids. So, but with the child that I had then, not only that, we didn't have too many electronics growing up. They got full of electronics. You know, they YouTubing all day. You know what I'm saying? I know mine's probably on Roblox right now. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's like they're the things that they're able to be exposed to, like on YouTube and all of that, it's making them more, I guess, advanced to a lot of things that we wasn't really able to be advanced to when we was growing up, because it was all about toys, action figures, all of that. It was really simple when we was growing up. It's a little bit more advanced and technical with these new kids now because it's so much out. So parenting in 2022 is definitely something different. It's only going to get worse. I can't honestly say that because these kids that's growing up now, when they start to have kids, they're going to be more lenient than we are. You know what I'm saying? So it's only going to get worse. So it's like we just have to be able to take notes from the past generation and be able to apply that to the new generation. You know what I'm saying? See the benefits, and you got to be real with ourselves as parents. We got to know when we are in the wrong. We got to know when we do need to step up and do more for that child, or take the tablet away from them, spend more time with them in the books and stuff like that. So we have to discipline ourselves as parents as well in order for them kids to stay disciplined when they get older. But
I love that.
That'd be my take on parenting in 2022.
I love that.
I guess I can say for when I have kids, I want my child to be able to say, oh, I can come to mama and talk to her about this, but still I know that's mama, and still like have respect for her. But like you said, like they talk back, so I'm like, dang, like what I'm gonna do? But okay, so I got a question for you. Like, how do you think that's gonna help her in the long run? Like, do you think like she'll be able to express herself openly? Because I'm not gonna lie, like when I was growing up, it was whatever my mama said goes. Like I couldn't question it. Like whatever she said goes. So how do you think like when she grows up, how do you think she'll be able to express herself?
I think she'll express herself through questions. I think she'll ask a lot of questions. Like if she don't understand, I feel like she won't hesitate to ask like why or something. Like because because at least when I was growing up, like you said, our parents, it was always like whatever they say goes. So when it came out to other adults, we kind of gave them the same respect. After they said something, we kind of ain't questioning no more, unless we really was misunderstood by it. So we like, Mr. Davidson, I don't understand. But other than that, it's like, you know, we try to treat the other adults with the same respect we kind of gave our parents. So I feel like with me, with me and the mother, we basically raising our child to be expressful and things like that. I feel like she's gonna go to other adults, and whenever she feels like she needs to question something with them, she's not gonna hesitate, and she's gonna be able to ask those questions in a respectful way.
Okay, so that was my next question. Like, what's the line between disrespectful and respectful?
I feel
How
like
can you teach her that?
I feel like when it comes down to when I'm really trying to tell her something, like when she knows she did something wrong and I'm really trying to talk to her, I try not to allow her to talk back to me. That's when I tell her like, hey, you need to listen, because when I'm talking to you and when I'm talking to you and I'm telling you to listen to me and I tell you to turn away from your device, take away from the TV, all of that, that means I need you to focus on what I'm saying, because I have noticed that with us allowing our kids to be more involved with these tablets and them allowing them to express ourselves, they kind of more free. So they focus ain't so intact like how it was with us when we was growing up. Our mom say one word, Ladarius. You center of attention, you there. But with them, you gotta call their name about 4 or 5 times for them to notice that you for real.
It's more distractions.
Yeah, more distractions, a lot of distractions. So I feel like I just have to nip it in the bud when I notice that she is like trying to talk back. Like when I know I'm trying to be serious, I'm really trying to get a point across. I shut it down. Like, hey, don't say nothing. When daddy talking, you listen. You know, and that's like when it comes down to other. I try to like listen in when she is talking to other adults and stuff too. Like I don't try to be so quick to be like, hey, don't say that or nothing like that. Like if she say something, it kind of sound like okay, it was going that way. I kind of like still tune in and be like, okay, let me see how it go to see if she kind of correct herself a little bit. Then if she don't, then I'll come back and be like, hey, you should never said that because when you said that, it sounded like this.
Right.
Like you just got to kind of talk to them a lot. Let them know when they in the right and when they in the wrong.
I think with our generation, we're going to be more lenient to be letting our kids be more expressive and still try to like put like, okay, you still need to be respectful.
Right.
That balance,
the balance. Because how we grew up was like, okay, like I said, whatever your mom and daddy said goes.
Right.
And we would a lot of people grew up like not being able to express themselves in their relationship.
True.
So that backfired.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was gonna say like, for real, I think a lot of parents. Well, I have sisters. First of all, I have 9 nieces and nephews, and so like I watch how they raise their children, and then I worked at the Boys and Girls Club with kids, and so just being a mentor and being an auntie, like I've learned through them what I don't want to do, and just like hearing my sisters vent, I'm like, okay, you guys have experienced childhood trauma because like mama used to be so, like how you were saying, what I say go, don't talk back, and they didn't, because that's how they were raised. So it's kind of like a domino effect, pretty much, like
Cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle. So it's just like, for me, like I just want for my child, when I do have kids, to understand like, hey, listen, I'm your mom, I'm not your friend, I'm not your equal, but at the same time, I love you and I want what's best for you. So I want for you to feel comfortable enough to come to me. And a lot of that comes with healing who you are as a person before you have children, because sometimes with me and with my sisters, I noticed we're like, well, mama did this, so I'm not gonna do that. But then I noticed that like with the opinion thing, like my sisters were like, well, mama, she never let us really speak our piece. Well, now she's very lenient with that. And now her kids treat her like she's the child. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I see how that's going. But I was telling her, like, it's a balance. Like, you have to just talk to your kids and just like learn them, because you're still, as an adult and as a parent, you're still learning. And I think as parents, you still kind of be in that mindset of, well, I've lived longer than you, but you can still learn from your child as well.
Yes.
So then with that, even with the electronics, like I have a little, well, he's my little god nephew, but like he's always on the freaking internet, on YouTube, whatever. But what irritates me with him is like, he doesn't want to go outside. He doesn't want to play. He wants to sit and play on a game all day. And I'm like, okay. So I asked him, I was like, okay, what do you want to do when you grow up? Well, I want to be a YouTuber. So, like, what do you say to that? Because I'm like, okay.
That's all they see.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm going to be a gamer and I'm going to stream. He has a plan. Like, it sounds like a plan.
It make money.
It's just like,
It
so it was kind of like,
it can be a career.
There's millionaires out here that are gamers.
It's crazy.
it's just kind of, what do you do in that type of situation? Like,
But I also feel like we have to be more open-minded, because the world is changing.
Look, I was just about to hit that too. 'Cause I feel like a lot of these kids that's growing up, they're gonna be content creators.
Absolutely.
They're gonna want to be that because it's been pushed everywhere now. So it's like
It's more fun.
Yeah.
It is.
Come off like it's more fun.
a lot of people finna make a career out of it, especially now that you can make money off of this stuff. So it's like
YouTube and Instagram, man. You can make money off Instagram.
TikTok, all of that.
Facebook.
That's where it's gonna start. TikTok.
Yeah, they
TikTok,
just started.
for
They just
sure.
started allowing people to follow people on Facebook and shit like that. Like you got followers now.
I saw
I
that.
didn't even know I had that many followers that I have until I seen it. I thought I just had friends and people who I follow or something. I don't know.
what?
That's funny.
Set it up. They're trying to set
Yeah,
it up.
yeah, man. They trying to be on some Instagram type shit.
Like that's when that metaverse gonna kick in. Everybody gonna really be into
I
it.
gotta get in that one day.
That's how you gonna start gaining them followers. Like when you start popping up at them little metaverse parties and stuff, you promote
I'm
yourself.
sorry.
Yeah.
So you gonna be sitting at home on your couch. You got the food up in there cooking and stuff. You all up in the thing. Hey man, y'all come follow my page, man. Oh man, hold on, I gotta get them spaghetti out the stove. Man, you gonna be. It's like you gonna be so lost, like so into it because you got so much going on inside of it. Like,
Yeah.
and then like the world is only gonna keep evolving. So,
Yeah.
man, by the time we get to like 2050. Man, it's gonna be so many kids on the internet, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so many kids inside the metaverse. They're gonna be talking about this like every day.
Yeah, bro.
Like-
And we having kids every day.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be definitely be raised into this because when they grow up, they're gonna see the metaverse and be like, wow, I wanna do this. They don't know shit about no
Right.
trades.
Yeah.
None of
and
that.
shit.
None of that.
But yeah, man, that's definitely how it's gonna be. But yeah, I guess as far as my perspective on parenting in 2022, I feel like most definitely our generation we just want to handle things a bit differently. We still want that same respect because the respect we have for our parents, look how it made us.
Right.
You know, we good people because we have respect and we had discipline. But the thing is, it's where the trauma part comes in. That like with me, you know, I got my ass hit at the table for not knowing my math work. You know, shit like that. Like our parents didn't have the mental capacity to explain something in a different way in order for me to get the answer. Because they just saying, what's 2 times 3? They just gonna keep saying the question, but I'm like, shit, give me a different way of understanding it.
Right.
Every kid is different. So it's like, yeah, definitely when I have kids, because I want to have a lot of them.
How many kids you want?
I want probably like the max 7.
Wow.
Because once I get started, I ain't stopping.
Yeah, because I mean, I look at it, I'm all about foundation, and I'm all about leaving something behind when I leave. It's yeah, I'm all about a legacy.
Talking
Okay, Nick
shit.
Cannon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, Nick Cannon on something. It's just some fact. Yeah, when you leave, like you want to leave something that's going to continue to grow. That's just like Apple.
Yeah.
The guy, he died like 7 years ago, and Apple's still running. So that's the same way how I like to operate with my family. Keep the traditions going, keep the money flowing, so our bloodline won't die.
I know that.
So that's the type of shit I be on. You know, that's why I want so many kids to be able to, you know, pump so much knowledge and life into them. So that way they know, like, hey, same way how I looked at, I kind of got it all from my granddad. He had like 16 kids or some shit like that. He had a lot of
That's what they
kids.
was doing back in the day.
Huh?
I said that's all they was doing back in the day.
Yeah, but
But then you want to be on us.
see, the thing is, though, he had all these kids, but he had no structure. He had no foundation behind that. So it's like you had all these kids, but what did you pump in them? What did you talk to them about? So that's the type of person I am. I want to be able. I want to be able to get ready to leave this earth to know that all of my kids are going to be successful.
Right.
They're going to have families, and we're going to continue to grow. Because my father, he was the first one with his last name. So it's like, I'm looking at it like, okay, we finna start a full bloodline. Because I don't even know, he didn't find out who his father was until before he died. So for him to like, he passed by him and everything. And somebody was like, okay, that's your pops right there. And he was gonna come back to see him another day, but the day he wanted to come back to see him, he found out that he passed away. So it's like you never got the opportunity to meet your real father, and you got your last name from your stepfather, somebody who was going to marry your mother. So he just gave you his name. And they wound up not being together. So now you got a last name from just from nowhere.
That's how it is with us.
Yeah. So it's like we got to start from somewhere, and that's how I look at it. I'm all about community building. I'm on village mentality type shit. We got to, because the community, a lot of us are lost, and we don't help each other.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of kids out here without fathers. You know, it's single mothers doing it all by themselves. I watched my mama do it. So being that I watched her do it, I was 5 years old washing dishes. I ain't want to see her struggle and all that type of shit. So I already knew what women was going through at a young age. And as I got older and saw how damn, how a man being here, how it would have benefited you, how it would have helped you. And being that he wasn't there for that, I was like, oh yeah, I never want to be like that. So I wanted to be far greater than that. So being that, you know, I wanted to follow my grandfather with a lot of kids, and I wanted to be the father that I never had. So, yeah, with parenting in 2022, I'm definitely going to have that balance because I'm big on balance. Peace, spirituality, all of that. I'm not trying to have my kids going through anxiety and all of that type of stuff because that's what I go through. So I want to teach them early about peace and how not allowing people to, you know, not giving everybody your energy because sometimes that could weigh on you when you're giving other people your energy that's not giving that same energy back. So it's kind of draining. But yeah, like you said, with the tablets and all that type of stuff, I mean, I'm going to be real tricky with that. I'm going to make sure they have like a schedule. Because like with me, my mom, we had the PCs back then. You know, had the computer games. That's how I learned how to type. You know, my mom had me early. She had me early on typing and all of that type of stuff. So it's like the technology, I was able to have that balance because we had the technology when it first came out. So I feel like it's not so much of a difference. It's just simple fact that now the technology is portable.
I think that they use it. Well, to me, I feel like it's kind of like a way to just like, you know, I feel like being bothered. Like,
To my parents.
do
yeah.
tablet.
They definitely do
like,
that.
They abuse it. It's just like, here, just.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you don't
Sit
feel
down,
like
be
being
quiet.
bothered, you just gonna
But you
take a tablet.
Right.
And that's what fuck them up because
That-
now the world is raising them.
Right.
YouTube is raising them. Now your kids saying shit you've never heard them
Right.
say before or taught them to say. The emotions, the expressions, all that. You like, where the hell you getting that
Some
from?
of that stuff be teaching them like suicidal things. I'm like,
Yeah, they got
what
all
is
type of
that?
crazy
It's
shit out
crazy
here.
stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like, what
devil
the
shit. They got devil shit.
I know. I've heard it, and I like will tell my little. I'm like, turn.
Talking about killing your
cannot
parents and all
watch
that type of shit.
Please put on Coco Miller.
It's
Grace
crazy.
Corner.
Yes, please.
Yeah, but I had
What this is.
and this is gonna be my last part before out of this topic. But I noticed I had a friend of mine who was trying to teach her niece how to do homework, how to do math work or something. And she just ain't have no inspiration. She didn't have no real direction on how to figure it out. And she was hitting her with the shit like, well, she had asked a question. She had asked the question again. And she was like, I don't know. She's like, well, I'm going to beat your ass till you know. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, that's not how you do that. And I'm like, bruh, and I can feel that personally because I went through that. And I'm like, that's not how that needs to go. If anything, she's going to be blurting shit out because she's scared at this point. So it's like, I'm like, yeah, you got to have more patience. And I feel like it started with some slave type shit, like how black people were put on, religion and all of this type of shit. We were forced, we were forced to read shit, and we were indoctrinated and all that on what they wanted us to read. And we weren't allowed to question it. Hell, we couldn't even read when we wanted to. We had to read when they wanted us to. Or they were just telling us shit, hey, this is what you are. So it's like it trickled down to our generations. Like that's why our grandparents were teaching our parents like that. And now our parents teaching us like that.
All you know is to beat a child. That's
Like a slave, man.
not
That's
how-
crazy.
That's gonna traumatize your child.
Yes. And I'm like, bro, that shit was traumatizing.
That's why a lot of our parents in our generation was like, man, when I had kids, I ain't even do all that whooping and all that stuff. That's why.
Yeah, because we were
Right.
whooped so much. But then it still falls back on us when you're not really, when you say, I'm not going to whoop, it kind of takes away from the discipline.
Right.
Because you're so focused on, I don't want to go through what I'll go through, what I went through, so I'm just going to be all about peace with my child. But sometimes they need to know the balance, like the respect. Like I was talking about, they got to know that you respect them. They got to know that you know joke.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I guess that's where that whole balance part come in, for
It's
real,
like,
for real.
It's like at least if you're gonna take the whoopings down, at least come up with the punishments.
Yeah, the punishment. You gotta, speak more firmly. So it's crazy. It even goes down to dogs. My dogs outside they'll listen to me when it comes to certain things. But when I really need them to do something, they not listening. It don't really get their attention until I raise my voice and I sound more firmly and I put bass in it and all of that. So I'm like, damn, it's just with kids. You don't even have to whoop them. Sometimes you just gotta raise that voice a little bit, get their attention.
Cause when my daddy fussed at me, I already knew. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let me
Let me
not
get my
do
shit
that.
together.
Look, don't let them say the full name.
Right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's all me right
And
there.
sometimes punishment can work too, cause I know, like once I got up that age where my mom like stopped whipping me, I used to get on punishment and she used to take everything from me, so I didn't have nothing. So I used to read books, and now I love reading books.
Right.
So
That's good. That's what's up.
See, it be like little stuff like that really open doors to be like, you know what, that was a good idea. Versus from just whooping their ass every time they just did something wrong. Is it be like, I'm gonna keep beating your ass, and it's like, you know what, one day I'm gonna get numb to these ass whooping.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not
Come up
gonna
with
even
something new.
remember the lesson.
Yeah, you gonna be
behind
grown
it.
and fuck.
Yeah.
Remember the whooping.
But it's like, I guess our generation of parents, we just got to realize that, hey, when we decided that we was gonna, be not so not giving our kids so many whoopings when we was when they growing up, we have to know that now that we're gonna be less on the whoopings, we have to be more on the verbal communication. We have to talk
On
more to the
point.
kids,
You gotta be
know what I'm
on
saying?
point. Like when
Yeah.
they do it, you gotta stop it
You
right
gotta
there.
stop it right then and there because
Yeah.
you ain't whooping their ass no more like how our parents did.
Yeah.
Shit, and as soon as we did something, they like, come here, popping your ass on sight. Now if you ain't gonna do that, now you gotta let them know. Hey, look, now little Jimmy just kick hold Timmy. Now you gotta say something. You gotta say something to Jimmy.
yeah.
You gotta say something.
Oh, he gonna think it's okay.
You feel me? So we just gotta, like you said, gotta be on point.
Yeah, balance.
Anything else y'all want to add on that? All good. Well,
Gucci.
that was topic number 2. How do you guys feel about parenting in 2022? Leave all of them comments in the comment section down below. Up next, we're going to be jumping into the scenario question following to the very first break. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, man, and we are back. And up next, we got the scenario question of the day. Man. So, would you rather never be able to smile again or never be able to laugh again?
Hold on, I thought you did this one.
I did. This is
you
the first
just-
time we
you just
guessed,
wanted
though.
to do it again. Okay, go ahead.
And then plus, I knew I had to think of one on the spot. So,
Go ahead.
so yeah. So,
I gotta think one too.
would you rather never be able to smile again or never be able to laugh again?
How can you laugh with
All right, and we're going to leave you guys to think about that, and we'll be jumping into this very first break, and we'll be answering them questions right after this.
Hey, that's fun.
What the fuck, man?
What?
Get your ass off the game.
Hold on, I can't pause it right now.
Okay.
Hey man, what the fuck?
You heard what I said. Why you always lying to me?
Man, what the fuck you mean lying to you?
You act like you don't even know what you be doing.
Bro, you on that drunk shit, man. Give me my controller, bro.
Man, move up.
Damn, man, what the fuck? You pushed me into the chair and shit, man. What the fuck wrong with you?
Check it out, the prince has arrived now. Lift your head, there's no need to bow down. Got some things that's been on my mind. I got plenty of time to let that shit be known. Real ass brother, not too many of us left. Don't need designer on my belt for me to look nice, for me to be here, for me to hit my 2-step. All my niggas falling off, not too many crew left. Telling niggas right, but they decide to go left. Left-handed, but my right hand, man, to knock a nigga smooth out. Matter of fact, pull up at smooth house, pull them trees out. 2 or 3 and then we back out to my boo house. Strip her down and blow her back out.
What's up, YouTube? And we are back once again, man, on the 12th episode of the So Soft With It podcast. And my name is Breaking News.
This is the one and only member zone.
And this is the So Soft With It podcast. And we got the special guest up here. We got Miss Kori. How you doing?
I'm good.
And we got Miss Maryum. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are on the 12th episode of the So Soft With It podcast. And we left off on that scenario question. Scenario question was, would you rather never be able to smile again or never be able to laugh again?
What you even say, Kori?
Smiling just comes so easy for me.
Don't it?
And laughing do too. Like you gotta smile before you laugh.
Yeah.
I can't even program myself to just laugh without smiling.
Look, you want an example? You want an example? Look, he gonna bust out that laugh. He gonna be like, it's gonna be so funny, man. I'm talking about a good joke gonna be like, you gonna see everybody around the room like, you got that one guy. Man, that was so funny. That was so funny, man.
You have a weird ass life.
Oh man.
But look though, but when it come down to that dude with that joke, when he cracked that joke and he can't laugh, he gonna be like,
Just smile.
man, that was so funny. I know that was a good laugh right there, man. Hey, you laughed for me, right? You laughed for me, right? You got me right. You got me right.
I don't know. That
That
tough.
is a tough question.
I don't know.
I probably not. And I love to smile.
Smile to
shit.
come first.
Yeah, smiling definitely come first. Smiling come way more than laughing. It's gotta be something special to make me laugh. I probably say I won't smile no more because I can get away with a straight face. Yeah, I can get away with looking handsome with a straight face. I don't necessarily have to smile, so I probably not smile.
Laughing is like a real
I love laughing.
stress reliever.
Yeah.
Like, you get one of them good laughs out, man. I'm talking about that came from the stomach.
Especially when you
Damn.
can't get it out.
Yeah, it damn near hurt.
Yeah.
But it make you feel so good after you
Yeah.
done laugh. You be like, man, boy.
Crying like
Look, you'll be laughing and your body just be.
Look, ain't a sound coming.
Well, you just laugh.
like you can't breathe.
Yeah.
That be the funny laugh. I love to be the moments where somebody start laughing and like they start out loud. They be like, and it just on mute. You be like,
Yeah.
God damn, boy,
That shit
they
definitely.
dying. Yeah, you be like, man, they dying over there, boy.
I snort when I laugh. So hard.
Oh, that's some good laughs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
when you snort. Hell yeah.
I be
Just
like,
come
girl.
out, I can't help it. I be so mad. I'm like, what the? Why, Maryum? That's so embarrassing.
That's so funny.
So y'all going for?
I'm not really a smiler, so I'll say laugh.
So you'll never laugh again.
I might have to say
No, I'll never smile. Like I can
never
go
smile.
without
Oh yeah, you
smiling.
say you're not a smiler. That's right.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
I'm a smile. So I'm gonna say never laugh again. That's hard though, because I'm
Yeah.
goofy.
Yeah, you are. Look at that.
Dang, you giving that up though?
Dang, I don't know. That's a tough.
Yeah, you had the most fun when you laughing.
And
Look,
then
everybody
she's
gonna be at the yacht
hurt.
party. They gonna be like, hey, look, yeah, y'all watch this. Everybody gonna be laughing. She gonna be like,
Right, your cheeks gonna hurt. They're gonna
Well,
be sore.
well, especially if it's funny.
Smiling.
ooh, don't go to no comedy show.
Right.
Oh my god.
Oh
You
God.
gonna be cheesing harder for.
Ooh.
What's wrong?
And then look, if you the person that said you gonna never smile again, you can't go to the comedy show and sit in the front. Cause when you start laughing, that comedian gonna notice. But this man ain't even smiling. But what's wrong with your face?
Yeah.
But you can't smile or something? You just laugh only, huh? And y'all see his face up, and he just like, but what you having a stroke and laughing at the same time? Like, he gonna be trying to crack some jokes on them and shit.
I wouldn't set myself up. If I know that I'm just gonna laugh and not smile, I'm gonna sit in the back. I'm not. It's not finna get on me, sir.
Oh yeah,
You know.
for sure.
All right. So
I think you had said
Never
you'd rather
laugh again.
never laugh.
never laugh again.
Yeah, she loves smiling.
So you
Hell.
standing on that one.
Hell no, not you, Kori. Look, you laughing right now,
That's what I'm
man.
saying. I don't think just girl.
Um,
You gotta be real with yourself. You're gonna have to serve with that mouth closed.
that's tough.
Girl.
Look, your man gonna be in the car. He gonna be trying to crack some jokes, but she's gonna be sitting there smiling.
Like, damn, shit ain't funny.
Like, damn, man, I can't even make her laugh. I thought girls love to laugh.
You know we fake. You know, when somebody say something and it's not that funny, you'll probably smile at it. You be like, huh.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's
Yeah.
giving. He gonna definitely be like,
Yeah, he gonna think
Yeah.
I'm lame as fuck.
This lame bitch right here.
okay.
I'm giving her my best
dang.
material.
laughing.
Look, you gonna have that nigga on Google at night. goddamn. This joke right here got him.
Right.
Right.
All right, man. So, y'all, that's it. That's y'all takes on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All good, all
Good.
good. So, that was scenario question of the day, man. So, how would you guys do that? Would y'all guys never smile again or never laugh again? Leave them comments in the comment section down below. Up next, we're gonna be jumping into topic number 3. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after
For
this.
sure.
All right, man, and we are back. And up next, we got topic number 3 coming up with Miss Kori.
Okay.
Got a chunky one.
Ooh, a paragraph.
Damn, I ain't
What
2
is-
lines.
What is the appropriate age for a parent to talk to their child about the birds and the bees?
All right, members, I only want to give the audience a rundown what the birds and the bees is.
Sex.
Yes.
Yeah. Sex.
Everybody don't know it,
For sure.
At least I didn't
You
know
can
when
give
I
it
first
up,
heard it.
I'm talking about hunching.
Hunch, I ain't heard that. So.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. And how long ago was that? You was about how old?
That's probably like middle school, probably a little earlier than that. I heard about hunching. I'm like, that was back when niggas were playing high go get and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to be like, bro, what the hell is they doing? But I just do it anyway. I'm like,
You was just oblivious. You was
I
like,
go
dang, what
get.
they doing over there?
I'm like, okay, I know it got something to do with some freaky shit, but
Right.
Look, and then they always want to bring up that game after you just got done playing hide and go seek. Like, y'all want to play hide and go get?
or when it get real dark outside.
Yeah.
Right.
That's when they do it the
The
most.
uncut.
Oh, I wasn't outside at the nighttime.
Oh, I was on the
Street
outside
lights
if I'm
came
like over
on.
a family.
To come inside, yeah.
If I'm with family or something, we probably outside.
Oh yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely. That's when you stay outside the longest, kind of.
Right.
When you got the family out there, the parents they inside, they talking and stuff. Because once the kids start leaving, that's when the parents pretty much walking out the door. Hey, y'all come on from back there.
Yeah.
You know,
I forgot what the hell was the question was.
it was.
What's the appropriate age to talk to your child about
birds
the
and bees.
birds and bees?
All right, with me, I never had that conversation with any parent. I kind of had to experience a lot of stuff on my own. I kind of feel like, a lot of that was natural for me anyway. I don't know why. It was just natural. Ain't nobody really had to teach me to do nothing. I'm trying to see birds and the bees. I didn't really get into that. I didn't really start really getting into girls until my 10th grade. I was still the play outside type of child. I had a good childhood. So I didn't really start getting into girls until I started getting compliments and all that type of stuff. I had braces once upon a time. And then I really started looking at girls differently. So I'm like, damn, okay. Then I started kind of putting shit together of who I wanted to be in the future. So I didn't really get into sex until probably like till 18. So I probably say, I probably start talking to my child about the birds and the bees when they start getting curious about it. And I feel like when they start getting curious about it to the point where they really want to be educated, I feel like that's a mature age. And you could be mature at any age. So really sometimes age doesn't depict on if you're ready or not.
Right.
Because it's some 50-year-old people out here still immature as fuck. So I think it just really depends on when they're ready to know. Because a lot of times you're not going to have access to them all the times or what they have access to. They may stumble across something and be like, hey, what's this? Oh, I heard about this at school and they was talking about this. They said their parents do this and they do that. So now that they are exposed to it, especially if they got people at school that's showing them inappropriate photos or videos that they done snuck from their parents or something. So then that's when it's time to have that talk with them, because if you don't teach them, they're going to learn from the world. And when they learn from the world, a lot of times that's the hard way, because detrimental, reactions come from that. Because a lot of times they're not going to be prepared.
True.
And with sex, you got to be prepared. What? Condoms? So you got to have that talk. That's where, we used to go to them when we was younger. They used to send us to, what that is?
Teen center.
The
Teen center.
Yep.
Yeah. Down there, what that is in the bottom.
Yeah.
At the,
Yeah, they closed that down though now. Yeah, I don't think it's up anymore. They used to give you like a full bag of condoms, lifestyles or whatever. And they'll show you they work. They put their whole arm in it.
Yeah.
So it ain't no Magnum and all that. No, they do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I only went in there one time, but I still wasn't studying no sex around that time. So it'll probably be when they start hitting their teens. That's when they start getting all a little hot. Guys, little boys, they start being around hot pants and hot ass little girls. Because I know that's what I was. I went to Booker T. Washington.
me too.
So you already know what that was,
Boys just they hit you on your booty and run.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all type of stuff. Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, that's why I'm glad I wasn't easily influenced. I kind of always had my own conscience or my own mind.
Yeah.
I had girls like coming on to me hard at Booker T, just messing with me. It used to be some girls that used to be like immature, and they're not immature, but mature for their age, fast.
Fast.
Yeah. And they used to be messing with me. Hey, what's your name? And all that, just to do it. And I'm just like, bro, you making me cringe or you making me like uncomfortable and shit. You know, I'm a kid, so I don't know nothing about all of that.
Yeah.
Boys
It's just
been having
somebody.
cooties.
Yeah.
You damn sure looked at
It's somebody like, it's somebody getting in my personal space at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, all in all, I definitely had that talk with them probably in their teenage years because that's when they're going to be more exposed to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. What about you, Miss Maryum?
I don't know. I mean, because if you think about it, the kids are different now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, ideally, that them in middle school is a good time. But, I mean, you got kids that's like 12, 11 on down that are being exposed to it. So
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like,
Talking about boyfriends and all that shit.
like, I think I would start it off there. Okay, well, I'd say a good age for me, I would say around about 13. I say 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
That's
bad.
about like 8, 9
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah. Because, I mean, at the young age, you know, kind of, sort of, but you don't know. You know that, like, okay, this is weird. This is something, like, that I'm not supposed to be watching or whatever. I'm not supposed to be, But then I think at 13, you're kind of more like, okay, I know what this is in a sense. So, okay, Mom, I want my child to come to me. I don't know if I want to, like, hey, child. Like, I'm going to be so awkward about it. I feel like I don't know. Ugh.
You got to be raw because they classmates going to be raw.
I know, and that's
Yeah.
how it was with me because, like, my friends, my mom scared me for the most part, so I didn't.
Same.
I was scared into it, so I was just like, I don't want to do that. My mama said that I'm gonna have a kid, and I don't want to have no kid. And she told me I'm gonna get kicked out the house. I don't want to know. So when I heard my friends talking about it, they made it sound so like, ooh, and I was just like, ooh, this sounds nice. Like, it can't be too bad. So I definitely get that. Like, you don't want to learn from your friends. So I don't know. I guess 13, yeah. Because these girls, and these young men,
Yeah,
not
they
playing.
definitely
They are
there ahead of
not
time. Like, cause I'm very saddened by the fact that these young kids are talking about they got boyfriends and girlfriends.
Right.
You're not even in middle school yet. That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you're thinking about, you already know about the entitlement and the relationships. You're really going based off of that because you hear from your mom or you hear from your friends or whatever because they fast. But it's like now
Not the mama
you,
phase.
now you talking about boyfriends. Talking about boyfriends and girlfriends, so now you're gonna be thinking about the traits, the characteristics of a relationship, what comes with it. So it's like now that you know what comes with it, now that's when that whole shit. Like back then, we did shit like play house,
right.
shit like that. So I don't know how their playhouse is nowadays. I don't know how that is. I haven't heard it yet about no playing
They
house.
don't even go outside.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
I think playing house probably gonna turn into, man, we're gonna play girlfriend and boyfriend.
I
Yeah,
think it's in
yeah,
the
probably so.
cartoons, so I think that's what it is.
Because it was all. Go ahead. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say it's in a lot of cartoons. Like majority of like what's the Very Odd Parents? Like they were in relationships then too. So I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess they ain't really say as much. They were husband and wife.
Yeah, but now they're like kissing in cartoons
Yeah,
and in a
yeah.
relationship.
And they got the
so,
gay ass shit.
Yeah.
in cartoons and all that.
Yeah.
Fucking our kids, here's
Definitely
up.
are.
They got a lot of things that's exposed. Like, and then there's like coming back to the parenting in 2022. Like like a lot of kids, they do come like exposed to a lot of this stuff because a lot of parents these days, we tend to watch our shows that be coming on Netflix and all of that.
People.
And when we
Ooh.
tend to do things like, just go do this and go sit on the couch. While they sit on the couch playing on
Yeah.
Roblox, they
Looking up.
looking up, they seeing that
Exactly.
stuff that's on there.
Hey,
So
Kori, I
it's
get some
like,
more there?
and we ain't, and the parents, they're not gonna be so on it like, hey, don't watch this, because you're gonna just automatically think that, man, they got their tablet, they ain't studying none of this that we watch. They
That's
watch.
like pushing a red button. Don't
Man.
push the red button. They're gonna be like, don't watch.
And the only reason I was able to pull that out was because I was giving my daughter that benefit of the doubt. Like,
Yeah.
she's not paying attention to this. I was watching All American, actually. The show All American. And, Coop, she gay. And her and, I forgot her name just that fast. But her and her girlfriend, they was like,
Right.
kind of like flirting a little bit and all of that, and she was kind of like watching it, and when I saw her actually watching it, like in tune with it, it kind of like dawned on me like, ooh, like what if she like remember like these two girls was liking each other or something like that, and she think like girls like supposed to like girls or something like that. So it's like, okay, that's a different type of exposure there.
Right.
You got other shows that's out here like that's like How to Get Away with Murder. You got what's his name, Oliver, and the other guy, they was boyfriend. They had a lot of sex scenes in there. It was to the point, man, sex scenes come up, I gotta skip it.
They're everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I be having to be on top of myself with that. Like when it comes down to, okay, the kids are only exposed to certain things because we are not onto. Now don't get me wrong, when they in school, that's free game because you got other kids that's exposed to stuff. That's how I was supposed to sit. It was we was in homeroom one day, I'd never forget it, and they was like, "Hey bro, you trying to see this video? You trying to see this video? You got a whole huddle of kids just in the homeroom just looking over a video. So you like, man, what everybody watching? So of course you're gonna go over there and look at it. And when you look at it, you see what you see. So you like, man, okay. I was the type of kid. Let me tell you how dumb I was. I decided to go on the PC and type in sex.com. And I ain't know nothing about clearing no history, none of that.
Right.
So I type in sex.com. Of course, I get what I'm looking for. My mama come home. She just so happened to decide, let me check the computer. Let me see what my boys been up to, all of this stuff. Let me see them been playing their little Frogger games, they little math games, and all this little stuff. Hold up. Sex.com? Who looking up sex.com?
How old were you?
Man, no lie, I probably was about 12.
12. See?
I got a little curious at a young age,
Shit.
and it came from like
Like younger siblings.
being up at night, flipping through them channels,
That uncut.
ran into
HBO.
HBO stars on the Mac,
Cinemax.
yeah, all of that. I ran into Girls Gone Wild. That's what got
yeah.
me started right there. Man, I seen that show, I was like, oh man, but it's it right here,
Yeah.
man. So I used to, mom and dad used to go off to work, all that little stuff. Oh yeah, I popped up on them channels for sure.
Oh
So-
yeah, late at night.
Yeah, later than
hotel
all
room.
that. Look, you put the volume on one. And then then you have Cartoon Network on last. So that way when they come in, you hit that button
Yeah.
real quick. So I was one of them type of kids growing up. But it's like you have to be like we have to, I guess, like I feel like the proper age would be like he said, when they become curious about it, or when you know that or you're aware that they're exposed to it. My mom, when she found out that I looked up some sex.com, she immediately started showing me like STDs, gonorrhea. All that. So she was just like,
Yeah,
think you want to have
Change
sex?
your mind
I'm
now.
gonna show you what
Right.
happened when you have sex. You get stuff like this around your little wing wang and all that little junk. You get all this stuff. You want all this on you? No, but don't do it then. Man, I ain't look up sex.com for like 2 years after that. And to the point I just started questioning it. I was like, you ain't finna tell me that every time you have sex, you finna get this right here. Like, it gotta be a safe way to do it. Next thing you know, guess what I learned about? Condoms.
Condoms.
So it was like, oh, mama, guess what? They got condoms. So then when I hit her with that, so she had to give me, she had to talk,
Right.
she had to give me that talk. Okay, well, let me let you know this, let you know that. But I was the type of kid that I never wanted to get into it. Like, and that's the thing, like, I'm a kisser more than anything. Like, I ain't really looking to jump straight into sex. So it's like, even though like I love sex, like it's definitely a good feeling, it's great, but I still be the type to be like, let's not overdo what's exciting to us. Like, let's enjoy the excitement that we get out of this. Let's not do it so much. Let's tease a little bit around it. I know you good. I know it's good. You know it's good too. But since we know it's good, let's not wear it out. Let's take our time with it. You know what I mean? So I be more on that type of time. So when it came down to actually, and not to get off topic, but when it comes down to actually like, I guess, talking to the kids, like he said, when they become curious about it and when you know that they have some type of exposure towards it, I feel like that's when we should probably be in tune or trying to be knowledgeable. Our
Yeah, we
kids
gotta
about
jump
sex
on it.
most. Yeah,
for
try
sure.
to jump on it immediately. Because if not, they're gonna try to learn it from other people. Especially them folks that just showed her that video today in school. She gonna go right back to, hey, so what y'all know about sex? What y'all know about that? How many videos? What websites y'all be on? Okay, yeah. Okay, bet. I ain't even know that. Pornhub.com. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Oh, make sure when you do it, you gotta clear the history out. That way your folks won't know about it. Okay, I ain't even know about that. They be on it.
Yeah.
So they gonna figure out little ways.
That's why I'm glad I was on some shit. Like, when I was young, I was like, like, I was that type, like, cut that shit off. My cousin had put on, first time I ever seen any porn website, it was pussy.com. I didn't put that in, but my cousin did. That nigga got us in trouble, boy. Man, I don't know what he had going. I guess he seen we had a PC. He was just like, hey, bro, look at this. That nigga just typed it in. And look, it saved pussy.com. So you looking at it and you like, bro, like, it's for some reason, I didn't know what that was, but I knew it was a bad word.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is this? So that nigga typed that in. I don't see nothing but that. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm just like, just turn this shit off. It was just a bunch of shit to me. So I'm glad I wasn't the type to be like, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
Bro, that look nice.
Mm-hmm.
I still stayed in a child's place.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's what I love the most about myself when it came to that.
Yeah.
I got into girls when I was good and ready.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't have to rush nothing. I wasn't influenced, peer pressure, none of that type stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was like more curious about, I guess, trying to come like I'm experienced when it came down to sex. Like when I watched the videos and all of that, I used it to like learn about sex. You know, okay, so this what this go. You know, this how you do this. This how they warm up to. I used to always be like, when people say they used to have sex, I was like, so how y'all did it? Y'all like y'all shook hands on it or something? Like y'all just walked in the room and said like, "How we finna have sex?" Like, you know, I was that curious about it, like to the point where I'd be like, how does sex supposed to happen? Like, how is it gonna happen? Like, so when it happened, and it happened after I graduated, by the way. I was like 17 years old, graduated from high school. I was just really curious about it. I was like, you know what, I want to lose my virginity. So I just kind of like just let it happen. But I was just that curious. I was like, man, I wonder how do people actually go. Like, people was having sex in high school, man. I used to be like,
Middle school.
how do y'all do that?
Blowing me.
I used to be scared.
A lot.
I mean, I just skipped school. My mama be gone at work. I'm like, you don't be thinking about when she come in the house?
My mama.
Man, my mama bust in that door, boy. I'm be thinking, but the first thing I'm thinking about, but you better get your ass in that closet. Better hop your ass out there window. Like, you know,
That shit crazy.
Like, I just be thinking about the pressure that I know that I'm gonna be receiving if my mama and daddy found out that I decided to skip school to do some grown folk shit. Oh, you think you grown now? Since you want to be grown,
They finna ruin your life.
yeah, they finna ruin your life. Of course.
Yeah, man.
So, anything else y'all want to add on that?
Gucci.
Oh, good. Well, that was topic number 3. How do you guys feel about talking to your kids about sex? When do you feel like it's an appropriate age to talk about it? Leave them comments in the comment section down below. Up next, we're gonna be jumping to the bright side. So you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back after this. All right, man, and we are back. And up next, we got the bright side. So, members on, you got that?
All right, so bright side. You meet somebody they're a great woman, great guy, but come to find out they got a lot of kids. What is the bright side on that? It's a good guy, good woman, but they got a lot of kids. How do you look on the bright side of that?
What's a lot of kids? Put a number.
Yeah, please.
A lot. I mean, it can be whatever's in your head. That's a lot. It can range from 3 and up or 4 and up.
So 3 plus.
Yeah, 3 plus. But remember, it's a good man, it's a good woman. They just, man, fuck 3. But you're gonna say by 4, 5 and up.
Okay, yeah.
4 plus.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 4 plus. Yeah.
All right.
I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by how they treat their kids.
Yeah.
So if you with a person and you see like they going above and beyond for all their kids, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm like, okay. But if they just not shit, then you need to run.
Yeah. Okay. I dig it.
Because they could be good to you,
Yeah.
but if they treating their kids bad and that's from them, they see, then you know you not too far from.
Yeah, because a lot of times they only treating you better because they smashing.
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all feel about dating somebody with kids and y'all don't have kids?
I'm dating someone who has a kid.
I feel like it comes back to the point that you made. Like it kind of puts you in a position to see, okay, how do you take care of your kids? You know what I mean? How do you? I want to know, being that I came into your life, are you gonna be more focused on me or
Yeah.
still be focused on your kid?
Mhm.
It's almost like it's kind of like a good thing for the person that doesn't has a kid, because you're kind of gonna see if that person is kind of gonna be good for you or not. Because if you notice that they're showing you a lot more attention than they're showing their kids, you're gonna notice it.
Right.
You know, if you feel like they're they're going over and beyond for you, but not going so over and beyond for your kid, you're gonna notice it.
But I mean, like with that, that's just communication. Because if that person is used to just them and their child, and that's all they know, so you kind of have to step in and be like, "Hey, I know it's been you and your child a lot, but like I'm here too."
Right.
Because I know, like, I have friends who have kids, and like for the guys they've dated, like they always like offer it, like, "Hey, I got kids, and my kids are my world." So like it's just like opening up that communication, like, so they have that option, like, okay, I know what it was when, you know, I met her, so
Right.
it's just like a communication thing. And like for me personally, like my ex has a child and we are back dating, and just to me to see him be a parent, I literally, like, that's the most attractive thing
Yeah,
to
that's
me,
a
'cause
turn
I'm
on.
like, okay, look at you, father.
I love a good daddy.
It's like you're taking care of business.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just so sexy. Like, yes,
I love a good daddy.
You pick out that outfit,
And
you
then
pay for daycare. Yeah, I love it.
Responsibility.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
he's pretty much doing everything he's supposed to be
Right.
doing.
Dude, that
I
lets
gotta
you
think
know
about
niggas
my
don't do
kids'
shit
future.
for real.
I gotta think about the future. I'm like, that's right. You think about the future, because that just sets the tone. Like, okay, so if we are to have kids, then I know what to expect. Like,
Right.
I know
Yeah.
exactly how it's gonna go. So it's just,
Yeah.
I don't have no issue with it, but at the same time, it's like, if it's a lot of kids,
Yeah. But
how are the parents?
it makes it better though, because the more kids they got, the more, you know, the more you're able to see how much patience they have.
Yeah.
How are you handling it? You know what I'm saying? Now, because you being the person that's dating them, you had nothing to do with any of them kids that they had.
Right.
So you know that this is your responsibility as the parent.
Yeah.
So if the person that you know that you're dating, that's their responsibility, they have to take care of that, because that's their responsibility.
Right.
And you decide to date them. So if they got 4-5 kids, hey man, how you handling these 4-5
Right.
kids? If you can't handle these 4-5 kids, you can't handle me. I'm a +1.
Because
I'm adding to your plate. You know what I'm saying?
Like-
That'll definitely be my bright side. Like, it's like the more kids they got, the more you're gonna see how on their shit they are. Cause you got responsibilities, some real responsibilities now.
Bible.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how you finna handle it? Not only that, how you finna handle me in this situation?
right.
Yeah, you gotta make time for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like if what was your question again, Kori? You said how do y'all feel about
dating. She said, how you feel about dating someone with kids? I think
What you said?
she said dating.
I don't.
Cause I'm like, didn't we say the same question?
I know we said dating somebody with a lot of kids.
A lot of
I know she
kids.
said, what if you're dating someone? I thought she
Dang,
said
I
dating
forgot.
someone
What
with
did I
kids.
I swear.
that drink
Well,
hit.
I mean, you asked, it was the same question, but it was different in a
Yeah,
it was
it
different,
was
yeah.
It
different.
was in a different way.
I guess cause it was something along the lines of what you would do if that shit
Dang, I
left
forgot.
my mind. But I know for a fact that if you said how do you feel about dealing with somebody who has kids and you don't have kids?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Well, with me, I mean, I feel like shit. Until I have kids, your kids are my kids.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because at the end of the day, you can't expect to be a man and be a part of a woman's life who has kids and expect not to be a leader to those kids.
Talk
I mean,
your
obviously the father is gone. That's what it is. But yeah, that's my whole take on that question.
Yeah, it's like they it's like our generation, we kind of fell to the whole little Disney spell thing, like
Oh, yeah.
with love and all of that. Like
Disney princess.
it's like them princesses, them prince movies, like
We
that
just
really
like
stuck
in
with us
love.
to the point where we grew up and it was like, man, if I don't have somebody else that love me, I don't feel complete.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'll really move like that.
None
Like,
of these movies tell you anything about self-love
At all.
at all. You're dependent on one person.
Very,
and then as soon as they break up or that person ain't in their life no more, the character is somewhat vulnerable, crying their eyes out, just heartbroken. You know what I mean? And it's like the only thing that's really gonna fix them is if they get somebody else that love them. Then what happens? Somebody else, another prince come along the way that who truly loves them type of time. So it makes the person feel like you know what? When somebody else don't love me no more, somebody else gonna come that's gonna love me. So I just gotta sit and kind of just wait for that. When that ain't really what we supposed to be doing. Maybe we don't really know what love really is sometimes. Like, we be looking at, like, love, like, okay, if you ask somebody, what is love? They're going to be like, I mean, when I feel something for somebody, why you got to feel something for somebody? Why you can't feel something just for yourself? You know, it's love. You ain't say you got to love somebody. It's just love in general. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, but we get so caught up in, we'll put more love into other people versus from ourselves. So now we got to make this stand to be like, hey, it's all about self-love. It's all about self-love. Like, my mom used to ask me all the time, what is love? You don't even know love. You talking about you love her? You don't even know what love is. What is love? She's asking me that all the time. My favorite answer, I mean, when I feel something for somebody and all of that, I started processing that answer as I got older, man. I was like, that sounds so stupid. When you feel something for somebody. Why you gotta feel something for somebody when you're really supposed to feel it for yourself? You're supposed to love yourself first. That's the only. That's how they say. That's how you receive the love that you want. When you love yourself unconditionally, that's when you get somebody else who loves you unconditionally, because you're accepting of yourself and how you are, and you don't matter who comes in your life, who accepts you or not. As long as that person accepts you for who you are, that's when you feel like, okay, I'm truly in love. This person likes me for who I am. They know my flaws, everything. They know how to work with me to build me through them flaws that I have. You know, so. We tend to, so it's like we have to be more accustomed into actually loving ourselves first before we have to love someone else. That was the bright side for you guys. So how do you feel about dating someone with a man or a woman? They're a good guy, a good woman, but they just got a lot of kids. How do you guys look on the bright side of dating them? Leave them comments in the comment section down below. And man, oh man, I can say once again, that was another episode of the So Soft With It podcast.
For sure.
Yeah. Episode 12, man. We're going to be coming with them each and every week. Friday at 5 p.m. on South With It ENT. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Man, let's please give it up for the special guests that we had too, Miss Kori and Miss Maryum.
I knew it was going to happen.
Good. But yeah, man, just make sure y'all hit that bell notification so y'all can get a notification each time we go up.
This is the one and only Members Only.
And this is your boy Breaking News.
And this is So Soft With It
podcast.